Now, throughout the Club World Cup, we've seen Enzo Maresca's Chelsea deploy a variety of different ball-playing strategies. And maybe, just maybe, those strategies are the reason why Chelsea have made it to the Club World Cup final. Now, Enzo Maresca likes to set up his team in the 4-2-3-1 shape. One of the fullbacks is guaranteed to be playing at a position, but it's all about mastering that role. They can either invert into midfield, play as a winger, or even join the offensive line, creating a 3-2-5 shape in possession. So why, in my opinion, are Chelsea about to go up a few more levels next season in the Premier League? It all starts with the players they recruit, okay? Let's look at the players that Chelsea recruit. What type of profile, what type of personnel do they have available to themselves? They like themselves players that are versatile. Versatile players in the modern game allow any coach in the world to deploy a variety of different tactics throughout a 90-minute game. Coaches don't want to be making 2, 3, 4 substitutions in order to change the way they're playing. No. Sometimes have yourself 3, 4, 5 players on the pitch that are versatile, that can play all over the park, and all it takes is one instruction. When we've seen Chelsea throughout the Club World Cup, it's been a variety of different build-ups, a variety of different structures. You look at somebody like Enzo Fernandez. Throughout the Club World Cup, in moments, he's played as a number 6 right beside Caicedo. In some moments, he's been a bit more advanced, like an 8, more of a box-to-box. And then in some moments, you've seen him higher than somebody like Cole Palmer. But it's because Enzo Fernandez has shown Enzo Maresca, I can play in every single one of those positions and I can have an impact on the game. You look at somebody like Joao Pedro. What is he? A number 10? A striker? A player that can play out wide based on his time at Watford? That's the main reason why Chelsea have signed him. Chelsea can now go into games like we've seen in the Club World Cup. It all depends on how the opposition set up. If the opposition want to deploy a high press and they want to go man to man, we've got ourselves midfielders that can drop in, that can create those central overloads in order to beat the opposition press. But if the opposition want to sit back, we've also got ourselves midfielders that can step up into the offensive zone and have an impact on the game. Now, as a coach, your job is to make life as easy as possible for your players, especially when playing out of the back, as it's very risky. A lot of teams like to press high up the field. Enzo Maresca's 3-2-5 is not a fixed shape, but it depends on the opposition. For example, the 3-2-5, as we've seen during the Club World Cup, at times it's become a 3-3-4. Cole Palmer would drop in. It allows Caicedo and Enzo to have an extra passing option, but it drags the opposition in, creating space for the more offensive players in behind. But as Chelsea progress higher up the field, it becomes more of a 3-1-6 as Enzo and Palmer go in and join the offensive line. Now, as we've just seen, when Chelsea step into opposition territory, it becomes more of a 3-1-6. They want to push as many bodies forward as possible. 1, it increases the chances of creating opportunities. 2, it increases the chances of scoring a goal. And 3, it allows you to sustain pressure because every single time one of your teammates has the ball, there's always a player in close proximity. But for me, besides the Cole Palmers, besides the Enzo Fernandez, all of this wouldn't be possible without somebody like Caicedo. Now, you have to bear in mind, you practically push 6 players into the opposition half. You need to have yourself an anchor. You need to have yourself a player that can sit, protect the back 3, but at the same time, be that insurance for all the players in attack. You go out there, you get the goals, you get the assists. I will take care of everything all alone. Of course, you do ask your midfielders to track back, but so many times when Chelsea do get caught on the transition, for example, Caicedo is there all alone, putting out fires, putting out transitions. And for me, he's the glue of this Chelsea team. It's the fact that he can cover ground, he's tenacious, he's aggressive. The majority of the times, he's in the right place at the right time. And even if, like at the end of the day, he's human, even if he isn't in the right place at the right time, he has that recovery pace to get back. For me, Caicedo is crucial, and I feel like I'm doing him a disservice by just saying this is what he does. It's the dog work whilst letting all the other players go out and play the game. Caicedo technically is slept on. Like, that's the best way to put it. Technically, he's so slept on. When it comes to progressing play, he's so slept on. He's the complete package in midfield, but he does a lot of the work in order to allow the players in the more offensive areas to go out, get the goals, win Chelsea the games. Now, the one thing which was common throughout the Club World Cup was somebody like Cole Palmer dropping in. Now, Cole Palmer is one of the most penetrative players in the world, and because of that, the opposition will automatically follow him. But when Cole Palmer drops in to help his teammates, look at the space he creates out wide for somebody like Pedro Neto to go on and exploit. Now, that's Enzo Maresca ball in a nutshell. Positional fluidity all over the pitch. Chelsea will tweak the way they play out of the back. Chelsea will tweak their setup in game depending on how the opposition set up. Now, this isn't Chelsea being reliant on the opposition. No, it's Chelsea flexing its muscles. Chelsea telling the opposition, there's no way you can set up. There's no principle we don't have an answer to. Yes, it's a 3-2-5 in possession. But if you want to press aggressively with a 3-man midfield, we've got ourselves attackers that can step into the second phase, allow us to have that central overload in order to beat your press. There is no way you can overload us, because at the end of the day, we are the masters of overloads. And in order for you to be a master of overloads, it's all about having players that are versatile, central players that can drift out wide to play on the right-hand side. Attackers that can drop deep into the second phase. And I feel like we've seen this throughout the Club World Cup. When you look at the positions that Enzo's occupied, Cole Palmer has occupied, from Cucurella, Malo Gusto, Joao Pedro, it's all about the overloads. It's all about having players that can do the overloads all over the pitch with ease to stop the opposition getting any numerical advantage on you. And I feel like with the acquisition of somebody like Joao Pedro, Jamie Gittins, and maybe Chelsea go out and sign a few more players, Chelsea are about to take themselves a massive leap heading into the Premier League season. Now, if you're new, make sure to like. It helps the channel grow. Make sure to subscribe to Hajball Extra, and I will catch you guys on another one.